You are welcome to today's video. My name is Grace. Yeah, guys, please, if you are a new viewer, endeavor to subscribe before you go into the video proper, and turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Please like, share this video for me. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. And I beg you to leave your comment at the comment section, because this situation is a very, very delicate one. That one thing I have learned from Kiss Daniel's saga is don't speculate situations you are not sure of, or don't jump into conclusion and start dragging somebody on reasonably. This situation is really one should learn from, you understand? Because this young man, Mr. Stephen Uwa, took to his Instagram page that they paid Kiss Daniels a whole lot of money. The money self big, not be small. They paid him, they hired his agency, and they paid off every dime of the money. And at the end of the day, he came to Nairobi early, and his bag was deported, or rather transported to another country, and he was transported to Nairobi. When he got there, he found out that his luggages was not inside the same flight that he came into Nairobi with. Then he had a delayed flight again to his final destination where he was supposed to perform. And eventually, when he arrived, he said he wasn't going to perform without his gold chain. When I heard people narrating this story, I felt so, I felt like, oh, wow, for what? You have a brand to protect, you have a name to protect, you are a big musician that everybody likes. Like, if you don't know who Kiss Daniel is, he's the one that sang that song Golololo Bugayawa. You know, that Boga song that is raining now, he's the one that sang it. He's a popular musician, and his songs are dope. Like, they are the current songs trending right now all over the social media and anywhere you think of. So he was invited to Kenya to perform, and all this unfortunate situation arise, which occurs sometimes when you are traveling. One cannot predict what will happen on the way. And let's listen to what Daddy Freeze had to say, and what the other guys said about the situation. Depending on your time frame where you are watching me from, you are welcome back to Gracious Grace TV.
Sorry for coming in late. I have.
Yes, you owe us an apology. If like Kiss Daniels now, you go begin drag him. Wait till make you no come. Airline, don't forget your bag. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I just have to charge my phone a little bit.
This is an amazing opportunity. The man who made the complaint and the team representative of the man they complained about, they're all here. We all heard Folu speak. We can see he's an amiable young man. He is ready to let peace reign as long as his brand integrity is not held in question. Am I right? So, starting with you, Mr. Steve, because from the briefing I got, there are some things you need to clear properly. There were statements you made that day, Mr. Stephen Uwa. One, Kiss Daniels arrived in the country on time and refused to perform due to an airline not bringing one of his bags, and that he could not perform without his gold chain. We all witnessed it, and you said it. So what do you have to say about that statement?
Sometimes emotions are very high when things happen, actually. Is that actually...
You clearly, bro.
No, I'm outside. I can't talk.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, Kiss Daniel was supposed to arrive like 2 o'clock, like the flight people. Okay. But the airline delayed them for 8 hours in Nairobi. I actually mentioned that thing at that same day. I don't know if you can remember. an airline delayed them in Nairobi for 8 hours, which was actually not good for us. And we at this site, we were finding a very, very urgent solution as far as trying to book the next available flight. And immediately we are booking that flight. He sent me a message that they are already boarding that same airline that delay, which are around 8:15 or 8:50, which they will arrive here around 10:15 or so. So when they arrived around that time, but actually the time they were supposed to perform is 3 a.m. You know, so they arrived around 10. Then they met that the bag wasn't on that airline. That will actually waste another time for them to fill in the form so that the bag can come that same day or the next day, because you can't just leave your bag on the flight and leave that same day and leave the airport. You have to fill up the form. I was there in the airport waiting for them to come outside, which actually take a lot of time because it's airline. Probably there are other people who are actually there. We were patient at the airport. They came out. At least we left the airport around before midnight, probably by 12 or after 11. Then we left. Immediately left, we asked the banks to go do a sound check. Then me, personally, I went to the hotel with Kiss and Polu. So during that time, the bank came. I didn't know. It was after everything. The bank complained of some technical issues and all that before that day happened. So in that process, they complained about those things. Like there was no proper clauses, which actually we have to bring in some things, which the only mistake that happened that day was the technical team. They actually tell me, maybe they were trying to actually save that part, not telling me there's some technical issue that didn't come that will make them not have to give us a perfect show.
Okay, so you're saying now, sorry, Mr. Steve, you are saying now that it wasn't because of the gold chain.
I think later when we sat down, I think there was some issues beyond that chain and the closes. Okay. Which actually came on the statement later, which we are both going to address right now. There was a lot of actually issues beyond that. There was some technical issue which the technical manager came to actually complain later that they was trying not to bring out that day. We're trying to manage it so that we can postpone the show for the next day. But at the end of the day, me as a foreigner who has to have a show in another country, trying to protect my name to make sure no matter what goes wrong, let's try and manage the situation, you know. So as Chris Daniel, who is an artist who wants to give the people the best, was actually trying to hold back so we can postpone this show. So a lot of things, miscommunication came at that time. So for me, I was actually begging, please, if we don't do this show, they won't understand us. We are Nigerians. I'm a Nigerian here, you are a Nigerian as an artist. If we don't perform that day, everything is going to go wrong. So that was where I was trying to push for us to perform and all that, stay that day. But there was a time he's actually stand up, okay, let's go and manage the situation. Then we already meant that this venue was already messed up because the time was going. The venue already messed up. People were throwing bottles. People were doing that.
You did not say this that day, Stephen. You did not say Kiss at any point wanted to go and manage the situation. You just said that they begged him for 5 hours. I have the statements here. You said the promoter, Paulo, you specifically mentioned Paulo Koyi, and I told you he was my neighbor for many years and a friend I've known for over 20 years and I worked with right from the time of Kanu Heart Foundation. You said that Paulo begged Kiss Daniels and he was crying for 5 hours and Kiss Daniels refused to perform. There was no place where you said that he got up and wanted to salvage the situation. Please clarify.
That was after a lot of trying to beg to manage and manage him to perform. This was when he wanted, it was I think around 5:30 or 5 o'clock this time, because we were all in the room trying to beg him with other people here. He actually stand up. I won't lie to you. Maybe I didn't measure that because that day emotion was high. That day I was in the station. I also got invited by the police because of that vandalization.
Okay.
I also got, so the place got messy.
I'm happy you are here to clear the air. And I understand emotions are like, and I'm not going to judge you or hold you to that. At least the air is being cleared. Another comment you made, which I remember very vividly, was the show cost.
So guys, at this point, I think we should go into our own analytics, guys, because this matter is really funny. It's a funny situation. To me, it means a lot. If I were to be Kiss Daniels, I will see this as a betrayal. I will see it as a setup. I will see it as, somebody plotting for my downfall, honestly. What this Mr. Steven did is not supposed to do. He is not supposed to do it to a brother, a fellow Nigerian like him. From all indication, he is trying to exempt himself from the situation. But honestly speaking, the deed has already been done. Like, he pulled a lot of stunts on social media with what he took to his Instagram page, guys. Like, he said a lot. Giving Kiss Daniel names like that, people will start seeing him as proud, as arrogant, as so many things that he said. You can hear, at least you heard a little from his mouth already, that he said his tensions were high. That is where they not took it to. You understand? So let's read one or two what people said and what they think about this situation, because this is not a situation that someone will just, decide that, okay, this is what I think. I have already said my part. Let me read one or two messages that people left on Daddy Freeze message box on that very day this interview was made. Somebody said, trust no one and never in life take side without hearing from the next person. Thank you so much at Daddy Freeze for this great job. Justice at last. Honestly, justice for Kiss Daniels, because this is not good for his brand. As in, what Steve and his team did to Kiss Daniels at Kenya is not good for his brand at all. They diminish his personality, arrested him like a common thief. This is not good at all. Kiss Daniels was invited to the station, but they made it seem as if he was arrested. You need to hear what they were saying at the background of the arrest or the invitation to the station. And he wasn't the one that destroyed the hall. He has not even gotten to the hall. People fused out and started destroying things at the hall. He wasn't the one that made it so. It was not within his powers. They would have put in security to make sure that things were, in order. But they failed to do that, and they are taking it out on him. And his team. So let's continue reading. Somebody else said, the way Mr. Steve is talking, it seems like he lied in the first day. They'll see wahala. Of course, he is trying to defend it. But the truth is that the things he said, Kiss Daniels never did. Of course. So someone else said, one thing for sure, hate will not bring Kiss Daniel down. Honestly, I pray it doesn't. Because one thing I observe in life, some people they are good in bringing people down. They are good in doing things that can bring people down. And I don't know what they stand to gain. So somebody else said, Kiss Daniel saga, brother promoter, join us live to clear the air. Because people want to hear more, you understand? Somebody said, Steve, apologize. You gave us a different narrative about the matter. Honestly, you needed to see the way people narrated Kiss Daniels disappointment to Kenya, because they said he disappointed them. He did not come because he has pride. He said he cannot perform without his gold chain, without his dress on the luggage that went to another location directly, like that. Okay, let's continue, guys, because if we want to start saying what is on our mind, we might be saying a lot. Somebody else said the promoter is an amateur. I beg, we cannot say that. What's right about the whole situation on that day? People owe him an apology. Honestly, yeah. Then somebody said, my question is this Steve guy the one shouting Kiss, you are going in for it? Omoe, if I were to say artistics should be wary of this guy. Nobody should try this nonsense with kiss again. Oh. Then somebody else said, Omo, the promoter, and he was saying it with full chest that day. They were begging him, but refused to perform because of goat chain. Chai, fear human being, no. Then somebody else said, Omo, I fear for human beings. So somebody else said, hey, Steve didn't say this was in the contract on that day. Oh my God, which is emoji. So easy to destroy people's image. See, my people, honestly, what they did to Kiss Daniels is something that they, even if they apologize, is not enough. They should come to life. Like the same way he did that video and posted it and it went viral. He should make a video and tell the whole world the truth. Because what this guy did to Kiss Daniel can actually bring an artist down. Honestly, a lot of people will not even want to contract you again. So many countries will not want to, pay for any show that they hear that you are coming to. You understand? And I heard that a seat was sold for so much, $3,000, $2,000 for a seat for this show that they were going to do in Kenya that Kiss Daniel wasn't able to turn up for, as a result of delayed flight, and the guy was already exhausted. Guys, if you fly, if you use aviation and you are disappointed by them, oh, you understand what Kiss Daniel went through. To be in an airport for 8 hours waiting for your flight is not funny, not be more, not to talk of artist, superstar. When it be said they're supposed to use private jets, they even can't carry for where it is. Then now you are telling us that you were trying to book a flight. Meanwhile, his agency has already booked a flight that is incompetent, because that is what the guy was trying to say. The guy is trying to cut costs. These things were not part of the money you paid him. But just because Kiss Daniel wanted to turn up, he wanted to be there. He doesn't want anything to go wrong. They paid for another flight. And he was able to arrive. But, on another situation, Kiss Daniel's luggage went to another destination. He had to fill out so many forms to be able to, for his luggages to be able to come. Else, he would lost those things, just like that. Then his manager, which is his brother, said that he was constantly calling these people to manage the situation, to inform them of what was going on with them at the airport. What more was this Steve and his team or agency wanting from Kiss Daniel? Kiss Daniel is just a person, but he has a brand, a full band. You understand? And I even learned that when they got there, instruments, when he finally made up his mind and said, okay, let's go and salvage the situation, they got there, instruments that they brought for this event was not fit for the type of songs that Kiss Daniel sing. And Kiss Daniel had some instruments in his bags that got missing, So he said, okay, let's postpone this thing. I will come and perform free. You don't have to pay me. So that the people can enjoy the event and, merry. So that they will understand that, yes, I'm a good artist. He was trying to deliver. He was trying to, when you are a professional, you want to give the best to the people. But these people just wanted him to perform because they just want that day to be fulfilled. And they don't know that if you are an artist, there are things that you look at when you are performing. And, as at that time, Kiss was already tensed up. It was just 1 hour to the event. He arrived Kenya. His hotel room, or not the hall, the destination where they were going to perform. Before this guy would say, okay, let me take my shower and do, before you know, it's already 1 hour. What do you want him to do? He already gave you auction. You opted and said no. Okay, let's go. The next thing now. He even said they drank together, discussed over this matter. And at the end of the day, the next thing he saw in the morning was police, just like that. They came, and you need to see the way the person that was shouting at the background. I don't know if it is this Steve, and I am still asking if it is Steve that was shouting at the background. Then Steve has something else in his mind for Kiss Daniels. They brought him there to humiliate him. That's just the truth. Because the person that was shouting at the background of that arrest said a whole lot. Like his own is too much. And there's somebody that I saw on Facebook narrating the situation too. The way the person was saying it, that Kiss Daniel is fond of doing this. He does it all the time. This is not the first time. He should go and ask some other artists, you understand, how their own time was. The artists that he even mentioned, I don't see them anywhere close to Kiss Daniels. Kiss Daniel has raw talent. If you listen to his songs, they are unique. It's just like somebody now, like tr0uble, you want to go and be comparing tr0uble with, you know, the musicians of 80s. It doesn't make no sense. Please, I just pray Kiss Daniel is able to overcome this situation. I pray his crew are more careful when they are taking contracts from people, especially for the fact that this event is not in Nigeria. It's not somewhere that you can easily say, oh, let me go for Kiss, you understand? And Kenya people, the narrative that these people gave to you is really wrong. Kiss Daniel obviously is not like that. From what happened, they gave you people very wrong narrative about him. So guys, this is where we'll be calling it a quit. See you on another beautiful video. Bye.